Welcome back. This is Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. I'm Sage Babalola, and it's time for us to get into the segment of the show where we take your contributions and allow you to be a part of the conversation. Earlier, we had trends in the papers, 45 minutes of having conversations about all of the reports that made it to the front pages of our dailies. Well, it's about time you be a part of the contribution or of the conversation, I beg your pardon, and talk to us about the stories that are most relevant to you. Now, you don't have to necessarily be fair to the stories on the front pages alone. You can bring up stories that we probably missed, developing stories or angles that you think we should explore. It's really up to you. You have 2 minutes to yourself to do all of that, as long as your conversation or your train of thought is something that we can accommodate on a public platform. Now, we have the phone lines, we have WhatsApp, we have text message, we have our streaming platform. Those are the multiple methods through which you can contribute to the conversation this morning on radio. We'll be talking very briefly with Fuhad just to get his insight or further insight into the stories, and then I'd open the phone lines and also take your contribution. The phone line is 0913 6000 410. The number again, 0913 6000 410. Text message on WhatsApp is the same number. It's 0913 6000 430. And we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. Good morning once again, Fuhad. Welcome back.
Yeah, good morning, Sage.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, well, basically, Nigerians are waiting, really, waiting on the president to, find a lasting solution to this challenge we have in the oil sector, petroleum pricing particularly, petroleum product pricing, PMS particularly. It's almost like an unending, challenge when it comes to the price of PMS, availability of the product. The queues are still out there, see. Not as long as what we had a week or two ago, but the queues are still there. Actually, for cow owners who want to patronize the major marketers, because of the price. If you're going to go into any filling station now without any queues, probably be ready to buy at over 1,000 naira per liter. So Nigerians are waiting on the president. Dangote still hanging somewhere. September 15 is the date, right?
Yes.
For us to know how much is going to sell this product. I don't know why we have to wait that long. Between the NNPCL, the federal government, just Dangote, Nigerians are waiting. And they are not waiting for anybody. They are waiting for the president, who they voted for, to fix the problem. And like I told you earlier in the morning, the stakeholders can come up with different resolutions, recommendations. These are just mere recommendations. At the end of the day, the ball stops at the desk of the president, who was voted for to deal with the problem. Deal with the problem by making the product available, not just available, also affordable to the reality of Nigerians who are daily faced by this challenge and who, on record, are faced with multidimensional poverty. And the president also made that promise. So Nigerians are waiting for him to fulfill that promise of ⴏᴏᴏ and It's as simple as that. We're not going to go into the confusion of whether it's regulated or not, whether there's a monopoly or no monopoly, whether it's a bilateral monopoly or not, why Dangote cannot fix the price or fix his price. I think for Nigerians, it's become too confusing to begin to deal with all of that. The simple thing should be for the president to step up and fulfill his promise to Nigeria. Make the product available and make it also reasonably affordable so that poor Nigerians can breathe, as he has also said. And then for Edo elections, we are hoping that all will go well. We are hoping that our political gladiators in Edo State will behave themselves and be responsible enough to allow the people, have a say. Let the votes of the people count. That responsibility again also goes to the president, who is in charge of security. I listened to the IGP yesterday when he was saying that, look, non-state actors and state security arrangements are never in charge of elections when it comes to the state level. And so what he was basically saying is that, look, the federal police would have to be in charge. The police force would be in charge. He has said that 35,000 policemen would be deployed for the election. 35,000. But again, what is not doing at all is not doing well. So we hope that that number of policemen would ensure that the votes of the people count. We don't want to see a situation where policemen will look away when people are being harassed or being stopped to vote. Because again, with our democracy, the police, the security operatives have got a critical role to play, and we're hoping that they will play their role well. And INEC too, let materials get to the polling stations at the right time. Let the materials be available. Beavers should work. Let it all be transmitted real time, so that at least we can begin to take it from there. If I do work together, we go to Ondo State and then begin to prepare for other obstacle elections.
913-6000410 is the phone line. It's open mic Thursday. You get to choose your focus of the day. You can also contribute via our streaming platform on Facebook and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, or you can send a text message or a WhatsApp message to 0913-6000430.
Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility.
Hello, good morning to you. All right, I think we lost that one. Please do call back if that was you, 0913-6000410. Hello.
Hello, Madam Speech.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Fuhad, good morning, sir.
He's with us.
Yes. Talking about the issue this morning. You see, Madam Speech, anytime we want to make reference to our democracy, we always mention America. I don't know whether you witnessed the memorial of the 9/11 yesterday. I don't know whether you witnessed it. You watched it yesterday.
Saw, Kamala and Trump, they shook hands and all.
Okay, all right. Did you see any political difference in that event?
No, they paused it.
There was no, but I didn't mean that event is in our country, Nigeria, here, that kind of thing happened. All these past leaders, and even the current one that are aspiring to be to become the president, you will not see them there. They will never go there, because we don't have the interest of the country in our heart. Everything is about what is happening. People are crying. Family cannot feed themselves. Do you know that some family today are resort to even 1 single meal a day? Do you know that? Family cannot afford electricity. Today, people cannot pay. Some people will even tell you that disconnect it, I don't even need it anymore. You understand? What is the problem? The government is behaving, the president is behaving as if he's not even aware that maybe you don't even think that he's the one that caused this problem. You understand? They are still behaving the way they like. So, at times, when I always tell Fuhad, you see, if we are waiting for this politician to fix this country, we are just deceiving ourselves. It will never, because the system is benefiting them, and they will never change it.
Thank you for calling.
They will rather make the system to remain like that.
Thank you.
It's a pity.
Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for calling. Please, you would allow me pause from the phones for just a few minutes to take care of the backlog of messages we got earlier in the day. I'll just read the Facebook messages and I'll be back to the phones. Olufemi Olayinka Ajayi says, Nigerians are suffering. Everybody apart from the political parties and their cronies. Kabiru Adigbinro says, good morning, Madam Sage and Oga Fuhad. What Nigerians need from the president is to bring down the price of petrol, as he proudly announced at Abeokuta during his campaign. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. Kabiru Olufemi Olayinka Ajayi says, I cannot believe what Nigerians are facing. When they don't pay workers, how about we retire? Arresting protesters, and this president is charging them with treason. Haba is the court, not the president. Well, we have here Olufemi, who says this is a strange time. Onotoni Temitokwe Michael says, hello Mainland FM, there is no doubt that it beats the imagination of many Nigerians that a pro-democracy activist who is now the president can be ruling the country as if we're in a military regime. It's unfortunate and very surprising that despite several appeals to the government to withdraw suit that has been leveled against the protesters that were arrested during the 10-day nationwide protest, the government has refused to yield to the appeal of the people within and outside the country. The most heartbreaking and very disheartening is where the court has granted protesters that are protesting against hunger a ridiculous bail condition of 10 million naira. A shorty must have a property in Abuja, the submission of international passports, etc. Is this how democracy is being practiced in other Western countries? My appeal to all is to come together and speak in one voice to condemn this act, which is gradually turning into a government of dictatorship, because injury to one is an injury to all. God bless Nigeria. Temitope Onotoye from Ijagimo community. Thank you. John Bernard he says, good morning, Sage. The government is not sincere. How can you grant bail to those who you are charging for treason? The government is in confusion because in their heart, they know these demonstrators did not commit any treasonable offense. All right, John Bernard, thank you very much. Tony Ajishegiri says, good morning, Mainland FM. I beg you, please do not attribute being a progressive to this current leader. See what they're doing to ordinary protesters. No democracy has had it this bad in the history of the country, and I weep for Nigeria and Nigerians. Egbekini wa amagbewale. Ʞᴏᴜ was the biggest scam in political history of Nigeria. Okay, Tochukwu Thompson says, the buck stops at the president's table. Who is the problem? Not the governors who are just improvising to end well, lest the president should use the security agencies to fight them. Have you forgotten the power former President Obasanjo wielded against Alamesia of Bayelsa, the National Assembly leadership, etc. at the time? You should not shift the bulk. President Tinubu is failing and has become a problem. Tochukwu Thompson from Obanikoro. All right, thank you very much. We have another message here. Sean Johnson says, with the back and forth between Dangote and NNPCL, I doubt September 15 will be feasible to start selling fuel, and Dangote might end up selling the fuel abroad. The police will be happy to guide VIPs when you look at their welfare and salaries. The monies they get from the VIPs, when you juxtapose it, is better than what the government is paying them. That is why you see them carrying bags and umbrellas. Let the government increase the welfare of the police, and you would even see the police will be willing to do their job. Let the government start implementing precautionary policies, which is tied to the part of the reason why government properties end up deteriorating. Looking at how the dam in Borno has failed because of flooding. Okay. Christopher F. Young says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. God bless you guys, and you too. Thank you. Democracy in Nigeria must be protected by the good people of the country, since our political class has failed us. Signing of peace accord in Edo State is a good one. Why do we only see the former head of state playing peace part during election period, but we have never heard him comment about insecurity in the north? Please, Fuad and Sage, I'm looking for the 40,000 naira rise of Mr. President. I've not seen where it's being sold. The student loan, let those students that collected it know, because my daughter wants to collect it also. May God help Nigeria. It's the school, the university, or the institution, the varsity basically, that would register, right? And then when they register or submit your child's name, then your daughter can go on ahead to apply on the portal for the extra allowance of 20,000 naira per month. So it's really up to the school to submit her information, register, and then she can go on with the application process. All right. Well, that's all the messages we got earlier in the day. You can keep sending in your fresh messages for Mainland Focus. The phone again, 0913-6000-410. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Alhaji.
Welcome.
You see, the situation we find ourselves, we need to say the truth to ourselves. You see, like we always said, you see, Nigeria, we have been sleeping, we have been dozing all along. It is not today our economy, people destroy this our economy. That is why we are continuing to say, do these our leaders, do they even have passion for this country? Do they even love this country to excel? You see, look, you talk of excess of crude oil. Excess of crude oil, $5 billion. Can you imagine? That thing, that ruling was done during the Jonathan time. You understand? See, and they share the money within themselves. But let me ask you one question, Babalola. If you are given a kind of, assignment to operate in a particular field, if you don't have material necessary to do it, will you perform? You see, the calamity of our economy is not done today. Look at the issue of our refinery. Our refinery has been in cumbersome, for more than 2 decades. You see, it's a cumulative issue. And at the same time, our president should understand something. Like, you see, the issue of our president, we all knew. He knows what is happening with the economy. And he promised Nigeria that he's going to solve the problem. He should address the main issue. That is my own area. Instead of, doing unnecessary things. And the governor per se, the kind of character they have. Look at the governor of Zamfara. sharing money yesterday to this, floor people. Is that the next thing? You should have, you do the right thing by evacuating these people, do the necessary thing. The ecological fund is there. Where do they get that? So these are our problems. Nigerians should reason with them. The issue of Edo State, and I believe, to me, I didn't trust any politician. Look at the statement of the governor of Edo State. They are a bunch of liars. How many politicians is arrested? God save us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hello. Hello. Oh, all right. Do call back 0913-6000410. Hello.
A very good morning to you, Babalola Sage.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
God bless you. Bless your managers that is my country, Nigeria. My name is Prince Y. Calling you from a word of it. You see, Babalola, you and Sandra always told us we should keep it clean. And I'm supposed to obey the order of the management. But some of us don't keep it clean. That is, I don't know. Yesterday, I'm of emotion here that Mr. President, our Nara devalued to the extent beyond the reach of the common people. I suggested that we change the color of the Naira and devalue the Naira to be strong. Somebody called. It has lambasted me. And it's very painful. The man question, no time. I talk to anybody. I've been calling radio before when Radio Nigeria was only the one that the operators program during the week. That's what somebody now come on board. Challenging a caller. Oh, it's very painful. And the man in prison always talk arrogantly. When he bought the rice at 8,000, we 10 90,000, we 10 Nigeria. You buy him out to 8,000 to 10 Nigeria. What you are saying is pennies of people. Somebody who can buy a yam of 12,000 naira to be 10 Nigeria. Apart the one of 8,000.
Prince Wise would address it. All right, we'll address it.
I'm not really happy about the allegation of that.
Apologies if somebody said something that upset you. All right, we'll address it. We'll apologize for that.
God bless you, my dear. What I'll just say is finally now today, I want to talk about in Nigeria today. We forgot to do one thing, and that is maintenance culture. What happened for you today is lack of maintenance, and I want to send a lot of advice to the federal government, to state government, to the local government. Maintenance. Even though some road, before a road swallow a vehicle, prepare the road at the right time. Where is there? Lagos State Work Ministry this is there. It's supposed to do the minor things before it becomes unbearable.
Thank you, Prince Wise.
God bless you, my dear. Let me stop here.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, maybe I should just take this opportunity to please reiterate once again that do not speak about a caller. Don't speak to personality. You can speak to opinion. If you don't like the opinion of a certain caller, you can very well come forward and tell us why you don't agree with your point of view by providing us with your own contrary opinion. But in doing so, there's absolutely no need for you to speak to the personality of individuals. Don't speak to the person, speak to the opinion. And in doing so, please employ some level of respect. You're talking to a person, so please, I really don't want us to keep doing this back and forth where people are calling and complaining about the way they were spoken to on radio by another caller. Let's all be very respectful of each other. Myself to you, you to me, and to each other as well, since we're all communicating. All right. Thank you very much for your understanding. Let's go back to taking phone calls. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
It's Koboko. You hear me very well, man.
Yes, I can.
I greet all the whole Nigerian journalists with my heart and all the whole Nigeria activists. You said something about SS Culture in 2010. Make I tell you what will shock you. From 1999 to now, if you join all the whole contract when Nigeria government from 1999, you know the 30 mainland bridge. You know the 30 mainland bridge at all. So what I want to tell you today, what Mr. Prince said this morning is very, very good. You have to address it. But one caller also called 2 weeks ago said some of the callers are corrupt. No, you also address the issue. Now, my open mic. The Babalola says nobody is above the law. It's very, very good. But where is Yahya? Where is Wike? Tomorrow go make a 2 weeks. He threatened 13 PDP governors with the fire. Where is the people when the court say Nnamdi Kanu have been disqualified and extinguished from the treasonable felony February 2024, where is the person that took our 400 Boko Haram sponsor list and the left? What of the time where court say we should use old Naira after the election of President last year, and the Buhari Amalami say Buhari is above the law? So are they not supposed to go after them? Or are they not supposed to go and after these terrorists that came from the state that is threatening us, that sees our two armored cars? Is the DSS not seeing them? Are they not seeing them? I want to announce to you that my Lolo company is no longer producing. All of our customers that are in Songo, all of them, because of the organization, they are no longer producing. I may not have the tax card again to tell you, because I not come on air to come and sell it for class for me or that in Canada. And Nigeria, they flog me now. I have been sacrificing since 1999, giving my borehole, giving my street road, to pay my tax, but I never get them done. For me, and the people that I'm talking about. I never see me.
Thank you. Yeah, I know you have a lot to say, but it's 2 minutes allotted. All right. It's 2 minutes. Whatever extra thing you have to say, send it as a message. And for those of you who probably saw me laughing via the live stream, he said discharged and extinguished. That's why I laughed. It was discharged and acquitted, but he said extinguished. That was why I laughed. All right. Whatever extra thing you want to say after the 2 minutes, you can still send a text message. Just send a message on either Facebook, YouTube, text message, or WhatsApp. But for conversation, if you want to speak, it's just 2 minutes. All right. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
This is a gift from K2.
Welcome.
So when I woke up this morning, I checked one of my colleagues' status, and I saw the flood in Maduguri.
Yeah.
And even I think the Emir's Palace something was submerged with water. And the first thing that came to my mind is, do you know this thing can happen in Lagos as well? Because my uncle actually have a building around Ode heading towards the Ikorodu. So most times when they open the dam, there's this particular dam they say they open. When they open that dam, the place is always flooded. So it's always like they have to use canoe. Sometimes they need to move out of the building totally till the water goes away. My problem is, why are we reactive in this part of the world instead of being proactive? Because we are this thing can actually happen to Lagos if care is not taken. So this should be a cue now for us to do the right thing. Not when it happens, it becomes a story of give them rice. Like the VP is saying, people should go and collect, they will give them rice. Is it rice that will solve the problem? Giving them rice this year, in 3 years' time, we give them rice again, Abi. So that's one of my open mic. One of my open mic again is the construction between Ojota, the bridge between Ojota and Maryland. I don't know if you know about the bridge I'm talking about. The Yalaro Bridge. Yeah. I don't know what those guys are doing. I don't know the kind of school, the engineering they went to. So I don't know what they are doing for this long, that is making people suffer, waste 1 hour, burn the fuel that is not even available, that is expensive on the same road. I don't know what they are doing. Then finally, if you are aware, the police, yesterday I was driving, the police, last man, road safety, are stopping vehicles on the expressway. The expressway.
Where exactly is that?
This is expressway. This is, Tဃᴇ. We are heading from Tဃᴇ towards Akbe Estate.
Okay, why are they stopping the vehicles?
They are just random stop and search, random stop and stop. That's what they are doing. Okay. Nothing else.
Thank you.
Random stop and stop. Because they usually stay on the service lane where it is easier to stop a vehicle and the vehicle can stop with ease.
Thank you for calling.
They won't be at any risk. This one are coming to the express.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have a good.
And you to have a better one. All right. We would have somebody look into that. We would have somebody on the field look into that to verify your the information you've given, and then we'll see what we can do about that. Let's pause for a bit and do WhatsApp. We have a few messages on WhatsApp. I'll read a few. Good morning, Sage Babalola, Mr. Fuad. I'm Dolakwa from Ikpaja. It's quite unfortunate. I heard the way you lamented passionately about the so-called governors with the 𝐴̀gbẹ̀tàn syndrome. You're very correct about them. Imagine how a governor that collected allocations continuously for 8 good years has no single project to his credit, and the people, because of their usual docile nature, will not complain, and worst case, this same beaten, cheated and buffeted citizens will still package these governors in spite of their monumental failure and send them to the Senate. Little wonder we continue having failed senates that are not legislating anything short of their bellies. Well, I believe everything still boils down to leadership failure at the center and has no clear direction on governance, no firm grip on anything that brings good governance to the people. Thank you very much, Dolakpo, for your message. We have here, good morning. What is the Lagos state government doing to avert the devastating flood in I don't know what you're telling me here. Hold on a second. I guess what you're trying to say is that what is the Lagos state government doing to prevent a recurrence of what's going on in Borno State, because the drainages in Lagos are yet to be constructed. Joseph from Lagos, I'll just guess that's what you're trying to tell me. If you can retype that message or reconstruct that message and send it to me, it would do me a great service. All right, thank you very much. Steve from Ijanikin says, so the poor man who protested because of severe poverty and hunger should bring 10 million naira to be released from detention. That's okay. They're really wise with their justice system. Please advise the powers that be to stop the embarrassment and national disgrace in the name of looking for those undermining our security. Bayo Ononuga and Co. will not be found in the corridors of power in serious and more civilized crimes. Bayo knows that his earlier accusation of Peter Obi did not fly, so he's looking for any means to rope any person connected to Labour Party. Please let them reflect how the likes of Abacha ended, despite all the almighty powers that they thought they had. Anyways, it's said that a dog destined to die doesn't hear its owner's whistle anymore. They have names of terrorists and sponsors. Yet, the so-called DSS can't tell us how many has been caught or convicted. I really pity the people in power for not learning from the lessons of history. Steve, thank you for your message. More messages here. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. The soundbite you played, where the current president, while in opposition, was critically condemning the administration of Goodluck Jonathan, will tell you how desperate these our politicians have always been to get power. Today, you and I have seen that he's 4 times worse than Jonathan. They're all about personal interest. They have been so busy dividing us, but unfortunately, we're falling for it. See his stand in messy deals in our oil sector, which tells you how corrupt the ministers are. James from Agbado Junction. All right, thank you, James. Good morning, Mainland Radio. The stakeholders in the oil and gas industry are part of the rot that we're contending with today in the country. The solution to this shenanigan is for the president to fulfill his promise by the Amamuwale. Finally, the president should be advised to make a detour and come back home and attend to all the attendant problem that needs his attention. Borno State flood disaster is one of them. Alhaji Remio Lisa from Palm Avenue, Mushin. Let me take this last one and it's back to the phones. Good morning, Mainland FM. Tinubu regime is becoming too forceful. Please, they should reduce the price of fuel, and please, street light around Old Ota Road, Ekoro Junction is not coming on. Some parts would turn on, and on certain days it will go off. Please, they should look into it. Isioma from Abule Egba. All right, thank you very much, Isioma. I appreciate you. Hello.
Good morning, Sid.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Morning, Robert.
All right.
I'm calling you from Papa Ogafua. Good morning. This issue of treason is what I want to talk about. I think treason is an act of betraying one's country or sovereign by committing act of disloyalty, rebellion. You understand? We know the definition. Then we want to look at the punishment for treasonable offense in Nigeria. In most cases, even section 37 of the criminal code, I'm not a lawyer, but I know this one, clearly stated that the penalty for treason is death. But in some cases, it can be imprisonment. Okay? Now, when you talk of protest, if you look at section 40 of the 1999 Constitution, even section 39, you talk about rights of protest, gathering, peaceful association. So when the government of this country, this very present government that we are now, the protesters of end bad governance, this one they just did in August, the people they arrested, they are charged with treason. And they are now saying, okay, we are releasing them on bail, 10 million per person. It's something that some of us don't understand. Because when you are charging somebody, you pronounce treason. I don't know, maybe they don't understand the word they pronounce. That treason they mention. You understand my point? So the penalty, I don't know. If like what I think the ATF said the other day, he said, we talked to the anti-graft agency, that is the ICPC and the other one, economy EFCC. He told them, before you arrest somebody and you charge him, make sure you have incontrovertible evidence against that person. You understand? So the context of treason and by bailable offense is something that is still confusing to me, except if a lawyer calls and explain it better, I will understand. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for calling. We appreciate you. Well, the justice did say that typically for charges like treason, you're not supposed to enjoy the benefit of bail. But I guess they're just employing some form of leniency to those who have been charged, and that's why they're granting them a 10 million naira bail. So yes, for treason, typically you're not supposed to get bail or be allowed the option of bail, typically. But they're just trying to put some sort of human face to the trial, I believe, is why they were allowed that particular option. And if they meet their bail condition, well, the trial will continue, but they would not be in detention. I'll take 3 more calls and then take Facebook messages. So 5 calls, we'll read a few messages and just rotate it like that. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Ajibola calling from Nicola.
Welcome. Please go ahead. Hello? Oh.
Hello, Sage. Okay, hello.
Well, with you, go ahead.
Sorry, Ajibola calling from Nicola.
Yes.
I really want to make one comment since yesterday.
Okay.
Concerning this treasonable or this something that people are saying. People express themselves for the bad governance, and you want to charge them to this kind of an offense, a greater offense like this, and DSS went after Joe for just suspecting him on something. It's still an alleged. Now, Wike is Wike above the law, saying that kind of thing. It is only a common person that said that kind of statement. I'm telling you, by now it will be in DSS custody. Put fire in some state in a public space. He's not saying it, and he repeated this sometimes like 3 times to tell you that it's not a slip of tongue. Meaning that I said he has the capacity to do that. He said it boldly on a live TV. And this is a country that we say we are practicing democracy, where rule of law is supposed to be on its high side. Look at what they are doing, and you are now charging somebody that because they are nobody. This is what we are saying. We will continue in this kind of attitude, and we want this nation to progress. How? This is what we are saying, and this is what I tell everybody. Back then, when Goodluck was there, we know what this same set of people did against Goodluck administration, and we don't even know that Goodluck is 10 times better than them. This is what they are doing. This is what they can offer us. And this is what they are saying. We will continue like this, and we expect this nation to be great. I pray this nation will not crash. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Turn down the volume on your radio.
That's what I've done.
All right, go ahead.
My name is Tokpe, calling from the Cotton.
All right, welcome.
Sage, I just want to say something concerning the issue on ground this morning. We found ourselves in a country where all of us are involved in all these problems we have. Just like you did mention when you and Fuhad were discussing that you want to come up with a discussion concerning our government. Look from that angle. Just look at it. That these governors in those states are citizens from those states. It's not that they take an Hausa man to go and become governor in the east, and yet
govern your state, they are doing less to nothing. They are not doing anything to make the life of the people in that state better. Ditto for even the people at the center. Sometimes I just look at this country. We are just joking. We don't even know what we want, because it is all about both sides of the mouth. When things are good for us, we say we are here. When it is bad, we say we are not here. That is why we are usually, presented with leaders that are there to punish us, because we ourselves as people, we are not really good to ourselves. Because these are simple things. Where is EFCC? Where is ICPC? Are they dead? That means there's nothing we can do to fight corruption in this country. And a country where it is like this, anything goes. People just take laws into their hands. Those who are in power are in charge. And if you are less powerful, you have nothing to say. May God help Nigeria. That's what I have to say this morning.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Have a better day. Thank you so very much for calling. Let me take this one before I go back to reading Facebook messages. Hello. Oh, I'll take another one. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Logi from Yanakwaja.
Welcome.
I just support what Ajibola just said. When Wike was saying that, he said, I have the capacity to do it. I will put fire for any PDP say that supports Mubala. That is not a treason. See, what I hate in this life, some people call it this program. I don't know why they like to shift the blame. Somebody called this morning that this problem has been all from our past leader. Why are we conducting the election every time? This man came in. He said, I can do it. I will bring the fuel down. I will bring the dollars down. That's why they voted for him, people that voted for him. So if he fails, the blame should be on him, not any other person. Because we know that is the problem. That's why they sacked the other person. Then you say you can do it, they voted for you. So the blame people should not take it back to the old leaders. Yes, they failed. That is why we vote for a new person. The person say I can do it. Why you are destroying it? So the blame should go to that new person. And what I was saying that this police that are guarding company, our company, so they are making a lot of money from all those companies. So the government is still paying them. But as a policeman guarding, maybe Chevron or Total, they are paying them. Even the money they are paying them is not enough. The police, maybe if they are paying each one of them 150 or 200, they will give the policeman maybe 50,000. The other one will go to the DPO and then down to how they do it. That's how they do. So the celebrity, they pay a lot of money to them. The government is still paying them. They are paying them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Loki, for calling. We appreciate you. Let's do Facebook for a bit. Idowu Vincent says, I wish to know why there's still delay in the price tag on Dangote PMS. And since the federal government has given crude in Naira, it should be cheaper for now. It's a lot more complex than that. And they gave us September 15 as the date. So let's wait and see. Fadare Bumiosi Morale says, I salute you, my gallant sage and Alhaji Fuad. How was your morale for the morning? We appreciate you for all you do. May happiness and blessings of God continue to follow you all. Amen. Good job as always. Thank you so very much, OC Morale at 9 Brigade Military Barracks in Ikeja Cantonment. Thank you for listening always. But still, Chika says, Jonathan should just go and rest and allow Nigerians enjoy the low cost that they've brought upon themselves in the name of the APC. Secondly, on obedient disobeying Mr. Peter Obi, that's too funny. There is nothing a person will not hear in this propagandist administration. Chika Bende from Trade Fair Lagos. Thank you very much. He's referring to the whole Aswe Godalu situation where the obedient, so to speak, are choosing to support the PDP candidates. That's what he's referring to. But I guess you talk about that on Political Roundtable, possibly on Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. All right. On another item, Dr. Michael says, hello, Mainland FM. I want to use this medium to specially appreciate the Redeemed Christian Church of God for the distribution of over 1,000 standard school bags to students last week, Sunday. I want to appeal to other organizations to also key into this kind of laudable initiative program. Finally, I want to call an appeal to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to please focus and invest greatly in the state education, because from my findings, I discovered that most parents are withdrawing their children from private schools to public schools due to the harsh economy in the country, which has made private school fees to be very expensive. While going around, I noticed shortage of tables and chairs and overcrowded classrooms. There's also a need to employ more teachers as there is more shortages in most of these public schools. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much, Tim Toko and Otori from Ijagamo community. We have Joshua Andova on Facebook who says, I was expecting Mr. Fuhad to analyze a letter written to Mr. President. I think he's in the Vanguard. If it was another person that wrote that letter, maybe Bayo Onanuga would have responded by now. But thank God it's coming from their friend. I know definitely one day we will get there. All right. Oh, and Nat says, good morning, Sage and Fuhad. It's a huge embarrassment to Nigerians, calling whatever this is a democratic government, who are arresting protesters and charging them with treason. The worst of all is that I barely see nor hear any criticism from our religious leaders, speaking out for the common Nigerians who starve themselves to pay tithes and offerings. What a disappointment. Owen from Lagos. Prince Leo Ozoma says, Sage and Fuhad, good morning. It's very obvious that the current leadership is overwhelmed. They're confused and they're consumed with the problems that are facing Nigerians. If not so, why are they having a policy somersault from this government? Why are Nigerians not getting PMS from Dangote and a whole other issues? I advise Nigerians, which include my humble self, to hold on to God steadfast until 2027, when we can do the needful. The pain we are passing through now in Nigeria has never happened before, under any form of government, until APC came into power since 2015. May God help Nigeria. Leo Zoma, thank you very much. Ayokpo Akintude Omogbolanho on Facebook says, good morning, Sage and Fuhad. Tinubu blames Obasanjo and his followers also supported him, forgetting that Obasanjo is far better than all of them. Was this the way they met the economy? You destroy the economy and you're blaming the past administration. You increase the fuel price without putting anything that would relieve the citizens in place or considering the negative effect that it will have on citizens. Since President Tinubu came in as the president, his policies are all anti-citizens and he's making life difficult for us. People can no longer buy cars. They sell their old ones and get smaller ones so they can afford to maintain or park them at home and go out when necessary. Companies are closing down. The ones that haven't closed down are struggling, and someone is coming here to support bad governance. I'm appealing to Mr. President. It's because you're still seeing money to buy things. All right. Thank you very much. And trust me, there's a lot of things I had to take out of that message. But thank you very much. We acknowledge your message. Thank you. 091360000410 is the phone line. 091360000430 is WhatsApp and text message. If you're just joining, this is Mainland 98.3 FM. We're known as the Sound of Lagos, and right now you're listening to Mainland Focus. This is a segment of the Morning Express where we allow you be a part of the conversation. You call, you can speak to us 2 minutes. You can choose whatever story you find to be most important. You can send a text message, you can send a WhatsApp message, you can send a message to us via Facebook or via our YouTube where we stream the program live. It's Mainland Focus and we're still taking your contribution. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Hello to Fuhad.
I would extend your greetings. Your name, please.
Okay. I want to talk on the police. Out of 400, about 400 police, 150 are guiding the private and VIP. Is that how it should be? With the teeming population of youth that are moving across Nigeria, why can't government employ more people to the police so that a lot of them will be available to man the country for us? That the absence of police, where police environment, that is why we have crime here and there. We have our young ones that are smoking, drinking all over the place. Why don't we engage them, at least in the police? That is my contribution.
All right. Thank you for calling. Hello. Oh, all right. Please call back 0913-60000410. Hello.
Hello.
The volume on your radio, sir.
Good morning. We thank God for another day. My name is Ambrose.
Good morning.
Today is open mic, Abi.
Yes.
Okay. I like to say on this radio station that I've always appreciated Mainland FM. And my reason is because they are unbiased, they are not tribalistic, they are not affiliated to any party. I have an idea of what I want, and that's why I'm going to mainland FM. I don't just go to any station to talk. As everybody is entitled to their opinion, so also everybody is entitled to listen to who they want to listen to. Let me tell you something, Sage. If I discover that what some people say is irritating to my ears, once I hear their voice, I get enough. And until when, maybe after some time again, I try to hear they have changed. Some of them have changed now. So why am I saying this? A hungry man is an angry man. You cannot see white and tell me it's black, or you see black and you tell me it's white. And you want me to be happy. The president is the commander-in-chief of Nigeria, and he's the president of everybody. And what is happening, OPC have condemned it, Afenifere has condemned it. So you can't come now and tell me that this government is doing well, and you expect me to be happy. The government has been elected, and they are going to spend 4 years, and then nobody can remove them. And then you are now, when anything they do, you say it's okay. Sage, it doesn't go that way with me. That's why some people, I don't listen to them. But once in a while, I want to see if they have repented. It's not good. Let us say the truth. It's like the Bible now. I'm a pastor. What is it's like you go and steal, and you want to justify stealing. Today, if it concerns somebody that you don't like, you will say the person is good, is not good. If it concerns somebody you like, you will defend it. We are human beings now. What is right? This is why we are where we are. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, let us say the right thing. This is something we spend for years. Let us tell them the truth. The person, they don't pity me. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. You're doing a great job, I have to tell you.
Thank you very much.
So my name is Godman.
All right. Nice to have you.
All right. So I want to talk about the protesters that were arrested, and now they're telling them they have to bring 10 million, I think 10 of them, for each of them 10 million. So this is a civil right. This same man that's there, in the time of Jonathan, he went out protesting. That's your civil right. The government then did not oppose them, or did not even, how will I put it now? Because it's almost like another terrorism again. How will you terrorize me over the right to express? And people are suffering hunger. They just came to express themselves, the grievance that they are going through. And that's a civil right. And then you arrest them, and now you arrest them. I think that's all they're trying to do, because you are saying maybe, no, all they're trying to do, that 10 million is like telling everybody the message, like, if you do this, this is your fate too. That's all they're trying to do. They're telling them to bring 10 million. It's not about, they're supposed to be in prison. No, it's just to give a message to the masses. I want to tell them this. Because the first protest that came was just a yellow card. It was peaceful, it was lawful in most cases, because I said gather in Ojota, most people did that. To just show their grievance. And then you lock them up. And then you charge them with this. See, another one is coming, whether they like it or not. An hungry man is an angry man. The hunger will send people out. It just is inevitable. And this one, they will not be able to handle it. If this government was wise, this whole thing, this voice that people were hungry and bad protest, they would have just listened to it and make amends. Because this next one coming is inevitable, and they will not be able to handle it. If they are wise, they should fix things well before that comes. The flood we're seeing in the Borno, that's the kind of tsunami that will come in the next protest. So the government should be wise and fix things before it comes to that. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling. Hello.
Hello, Babalola.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Peter Omonse from Shogulu.
All right, welcome.
Now, yeah, Babalola, yesterday, Atiku Abubakar told Tinubu that his government is worse than the worst military rule. Now, Gani Adams has spoken to Tinubu. Afenifere has spoken to Tinubu that you don't go this way. Afenifere said he is sliding to fascism. And I take time to look for the analytical expression of that word fascism. And I find out that it's not something that should come into a democratic dispensation. And why has Tinubu imported that? Because when we say he's a pro-democracy activist, I tell people that, look, you cannot be a Democrat and import all these vices into your government. Now, is anybody telling me that if these people have gotten 10 million naira, that they would have gone out to protest against hunger? They would have used that money to do business for themselves and survive. And then you are a judge, and you say that treason is not available to them. Okay, you want to bring in human face. Why can't you tell them, go, I know you were hungry? Because even when David was hungry with his men, he went to the temple and took the food that was meant for the priest. And God did not kill him. God did not tell him. Jesus and the disciples went to the farm and picked a grain of corn on a Sabbath day. And God did not. See, why is Tinubu doing this to Nigerians? I'm asking this question. Everybody has said, look, if you cannot do it, resign. You don't go about deceiving people. And today, never one day. And you are still there. There was a particular prime minister in Britain, a lady that resigned after a few days when she discovered that the work was too much for him. It's not too much for Tinubu to express his love for Nigeria and Nigerians by saying, look, I cannot do this thing. It's bigger than me. I'm going. And let another person come in and try. Why is Tinubu forcing this on us? That's just my question this morning. Your government is worse than the worst military rule. I think Idi Amin will be learning from you. God bless Nigeria.
Mr. Peter, let's please. All right, let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. We are a democratic state. We are a democratic nation. You can very well question the method of administration, but let's not start pushing notions that we are a military regime. You know how people are. They take that one statement and start to ride on it all through the course of the program. So please, we are a democratic nation. Now, how it is being practiced by administrations, you can very well question it, but Nigeria has been a democratic nation for 25 years and it's been uninterrupted. All right. Thank you very much for your insight. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, Joshua.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, we are a democratic country, so whatever anybody like, the benefit we are enjoying today is because we are in democracy. We talk on radio and nobody will arrest us. You understand me? For now, we've not heard that they are arresting callers on radio and all that, so we appreciate that. And also, the problem we're having in Nigeria, see, let us address, I watched the U.S. election, the U.S. debate the other day. They were not talking about party. They were talking basically on character. What are you bringing on table? How are you able to, how will you address the issue of economy? How will you make our life better? And the other on serious matter of abortion and all that. But then, they were talking about character. See, we have Labour Party senators and House of Rep members in our house, in the Senate and in the House of Rep today. They did not reject the bulletproof castle. We have not heard, of course, I listen to Mainland FM almost every day. I have not heard in the news where they say Labour Party senators, they disagreed on this bill. They will not, they say they walk out. Or we did not, nothing. They are not even, we not even notice if they are existing in the house. So politicians are the same. These set of politicians we have, they are the same. So nobody should say this one is APC, this one is Labour Party, as if your own people who are Labour Party or PDP, they are exceptional people. If we have a problem, let us tackle this problem. If not, we are not going anywhere. We just cry everything already. We cry everything. These people have the same character now. They are in the same house. Of course, did they reject that particular bulletproof for us? The governors they have it. Only one single governor they have it. Or the other 50 governors. Are they showing example at all? Is there, we have a, is there any difference between and the PDP? I think, okay, PDP says they are performing wonders, and if they are not performing, these people are the same. Let's tackle our problem. What do we
What's our problem in Nigeria? Let's address it one by one and stop saying this one party, this one party. Are they not the same? People are running away from PDP and they are joining APC. And does that make them clean?
Thank you for
calling. Does that make them rethink?
Thank you. Have a great day. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. The volume on your radio, please turn it down. Thank you.
Sorry about that. I'm on the road. I'm driving.
I understand.
Breaking it down. My name is Jᴏɪᴜ.
Welcome, sir.
Sage, in politics, majority will have their way, while minority will have their say. APC is in the majority, both in the Senate and the House of Reps. When the minority speak, the majority will have their way. Whether anybody reject or take the bulletproof car that was given to them, it is the majority that approve it. Okay? That is number one. Number two, all the politicians are not the same. Footballers play football. Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, and Mbappe are not the same thing. And all of them are footballers. Okay? Since 2015 up to date, Nigeria have never gotten themselves simply because APC is in power. Nigeria have never been like this. Even the time of the military regime, PDP regime, APC have bastardized all the institution of Nigeria. They have bastardized our economy. As we speak right now, RMB is in all-time high. All-time high in Nigeria. RMB is Chinese currency. As of this morning, it's going for 240 naira. Something we used to buy for 87 naira before Tinubu come into power. So what are we talking about here? We are talking that these people have bastardized everything. Right now, so many families cannot feed. So many children are on the street right now simply because somebody APC is in power. They are out of school children, even here in Lagos, something that is unusual. And somebody is telling me that all the politicians are the same. Is it not PDP that have been governing Nigeria while everybody is in school? Somebody should stop telling us all this crap for crying out loud.
That's enough. I deliberately said that we should stop speaking about people's opinions in disrespectful manners. Please, 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 you're on radio. All right, please. You can disagree, but do so respectfully. I'll take one more phone calls before we wrap things up with messages. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Sage.
Morning to you, sir.
Sage, I will say it.
Tell me your name. Tell me your name first of all.
Joe from Bariga.
You called before.
Joe from Bariga.
You called before.
Not me. And I'll never call today.
Okay.
Sage, see, APC government have destroyed Nigeria. It is meant to bury Nigeria. Because this is not what you have seen. Even when the military, they are ruling us, we never see this kind of governance before. Look, so you remember during the time of Turkey people, they will come into government, they will say, oh, fuel is 1 naira. Now we are giving you half naira. And everybody will cheer them up, support them. I mean, the military, everybody will support them. And then they will, at a certain stage, when they do their own thing, then democracy came in. And then the democracy came in, the American democracy. I don't know where they get their own, or Nigeria got their own. And what we are suffering now, I don't know where this democracy come from. This is Nigerian democracy, or don't call it American democracy. They don't have anything to give. But the little 5% politicians would want to amass a lot of wealth against the poverty. And you say we will not talk. Sage, what can we say? This party, this APC party, what have they offered us? Even for 0%, what have they offered us if they came in? Sage, I'm asking you, tell me what they have, what we have get from them. Tell me, you are the one anchoring this program. So let us talk the truth, and this Nigeria will be free.
All right, thank you very much for calling. I think we'll round things up with messages. I'll do WhatsApp. Let's start with WhatsApp. Good morning, Mainland FM. Odubeson Kayode from Jakonde Estate, Solo. My question is to President Tinubu. Why is he shying away from media town hall meeting and also a chat with the Nigeria press? Thank you. We have here, good morning, Sage. Nigerians are groaning under very serious challenge of insecurity, hunger, health, discomfort, and frustration. They're sleeping in different fuel stations to buy petrol at exorbitant prices. The individual that will salvage this ugly situation must be a sincere transformational leader who will not be self-centered or disguising. Noah from Igondo. Thank you, Noah. Good morning, Sage. We expect Edo State governorship election to be a litmus test to the president, but as it stands now, we don't even know the mission of the IGP. Arresting PDP members will cause more insecurity tussle in the state. Andrew from Ayobo. We have here, good morning, Sage. Please, where is Fuad's best friend, the White Lion? Good morning, Fred from Lekki. What do you think is Fuad's friend? We have here, good morning, Sage and Fuad. It's a huge embarrassment to Nigerians. I think I read this on Facebook already. Thank you. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. My submission on the issue of the flood in Borno State is that it's very unfortunate and all right, thank you very much for your message. Messages that are difficult for me to read, I'll just skip it. We have another one here. I fully support what Gani Adams has written to the president. I'm one of those who is getting disappointed and ashamed. I so much believe in the president because of his activities during the Nadeko era. I was always listening to Radio Kudirat from 8 p.m. to 8:30 Mondays to Friday. If he's listening to the program, he should ask his wife, whom I lent as a pastor, to read 1 Kings chapter 22:6 downwards to know what happened to King Ahab when he was deceived by those who were around him. AAA from Ojo. All right, thank you. Good morning, Mainland FM. The last caller was right about the information regarding the tax force and police and LASMA. I saw them stopping vehicles randomly at Oregun-Okwebi and Yanopaja yesterday, and they did not state any reason for stopping and asking you to park and later extorting money. Prince from Yanopaja. That's quite unfortunate if it's true. Very, very unfortunate. Good morning. My name is Lau from Ikeja. President said nobody is above the law. What of Ganduje? He wants to remove because of a crime he committed and later started compromising because of the support that he gave him during election. The reality is that laws is controlled by politicians to favor their interest. That is why the poor will continue to suffer unless we work together to fight for democracy and avoid many children due to poverty. All right, population control, I guess. That's what you're saying. Good morning, Mainland FM. Thank God we are all in this Tinubu administration together. Why is he the Minister of Petroleum and what would he be remembered for? Engineer Boni from Alimosho. Thank you for your message. Good morning, Mainland FM crew. I'm Olamilekon from Lagos. I woke up this morning to hear that the IGP, you sent this on Facebook already. Good morning. Why are they telling us how our money was spent in 2010, 14 years after the Governors Forum that went to Supreme Court and the Supreme Court gave the ruling in their favor? Are they not responsible for what happened to the funds? That's why I want to ask, are we practicing real democracy in Nigeria? The dividends of democracy are yet to be felt since 1999 till date. As for giving detained protesters 10 million naira bail, I want to ask, is this democracy once again? Or is democracy in disguise? Time will tell. Emeka Moses from Lagos. Thank you very much. To Facebook now, we have greetings from Dakar, Senegal. Is it that we do not know how to do good things? I have lived in Europe, Asia, and most West African countries. I've never seen a country of wastages. As even Senegal, with the little resources that they have, they keep pushing hard to greater heights. This our system would hardly bring any meaningful progress, not until we go back to regional government by allowing every region to progress on their own pace. I pity my fellow Nigerians for going through this hardship. Lukman Oladipupo from Dakar. Thank you very much for your message. We have one here. The system of government Nigeria is practicing can be described as... Thank you very much, Mohammed Ali. I appreciate you for your insight. We have here Chris in Walem, who says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. My advice to Nigerians is to keep crying out. When you're hungry, cry out. When you cannot feed your family, cry out. When you cannot afford transportation to work, cry out. And when you cannot send your children to school, don't be quiet, cry out. Let Nigerians cry out until the president hears their lamentation. This president will listen to Nigerians and keep his promises. Do not be cowed. Cry out. Chris, Thank you for your message. Well, that's everything I can offer you this morning on Mainland Focus. We are out of time, but not to worry. The information will continue to be provided for you as it develops. All the developing stories, I'm sure you get an update if you follow the programs that we have lined up for you on the station. I am Sage Babalola. That's it for Mainland Focus. Like I said before, we'll go on a break, and then we would have Creative Nigeria on our airwaves at 10:15 a.m. So enjoy Creative Nigeria. 11:30, I'll be here for the news headline, and at noon would have the full bulletin for you. We are the Sound of Lagos, Mainland 98.3 FM. Please stick around.